So, hey guys, today we're building a deck with a specific premise, and it is not to be practical. It is going to be probably impractical. The simple premise of this is maybe something like, oh, I know where this is going, right? But you don't. So, the simple idea here is maybe, okay, so we see normal summon Diviner. I know where this is going, right? So, Diviner. Then you send Trias Hierarchia, right? Yeah. And then you go ahead and Trias Hierarchia, Tribute Diviner, Special Summon Low, right? Yeah. And then you go ahead and Voiceless Voice combo from here. Or maybe we do like send Herald of the Arclight, right? And then, yeah, I know where this is going. You're just going to add, uh, I guess in this case, maybe like Skull Guardian because you already have everything else you need, or maybe like a ritual spell. Sure. And then you're just going to ritual summon that guy, special summon low, yada yada. That you, or you already have Trias Hierarchia, so you're doing this instead to grab like a guy for next turn, or grabbing Seravis to protect your guy from targeting. Sure. Whatever. I know exactly where this is going, or do you? So instead, we're changing what you might be expecting out of a diviner of the herald, because it's usually going to be herald of darklight to add just a ritual, and then you're going to do some ritual plays. Except no, that's not what we're doing today. Instead, we're going to do illusion of chaos, and then we're going to grab magician souls. And I don't think we need this many illusions of chaos. I think just one will suffice. And then magician's soul we can throw in two for reasons. And then here we're going to grab Dark Magician. Dark Magician Girl. Yeah. So if you guys do not see the master plan here, we are going to go Diviner, sending the Herald of Arclight. This will now be level modulated to 6. This allows us to grab Illusion of Chaos, which will allow us to grab Magician Souls, which will allow us to special summon either a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from our graveyard. So we're going to send for cost Dark Magician Girl for this effect, and then we're going to special summon Dark Magician Girl. And would you look at that? Now we can go into, if we want, I'm thinking Centurion combo. Yup. We could do that. Or we could go into another really dumb Synchro 12, which I will real quick evaluate this and see if there's anything worth going into. Just off rip for no particular reason. No, not really. Anyway, good to know. Wait, actually, wasn't that the new insect Synchro 12 guy? Wasn't this completely generic to make? Up to the number of your banished insect monsters. I can't think of a good way to banish insect monsters randomly from this point. But yeah, alternatively, the other idea would be to go Magician Souls, just special summon Magician Souls, and then, like, send some cards, get some draws, and we can make a Synchro 7. And in terms of Synchro 7s, like, I don't think there are any that are actually going to be combo starters, so it shouldn't really do anything from this point immediately, I don't think. Yeah. So we're just kind of just vibing with this. And if we want to search Diviner for a normal summon, I'm thinking we can do this with Vendread. So if I'm playing Vendread, you already don't know where this is going anyways, because it's Vendread. And in terms of cards we need to go into Diviner, because that's all we're really going to be using these cards for, would be unimportant, honestly, because we can just play Ben 10 now that I think about it. Yeah. Cool. And you know what? To tribute Ben 10, because this has to be specifically tributed, Yeah, you know what we can do with this? We can go like to make this even more of what's the word I'm looking for? To just like blow your mind, I guess. Yeah, Bellstar, Azamina stuff. So 3, 4, and then we grab. We don't need original symbol, right? Yeah. This is able to grab. Where is it? Deception of the Sinful Spoils, which has the effect to tribute one monster from your hand or field. So keyword tribute a monster from your hand, eh? Like perhaps Cyber Angel Benten, which we could also search with pre-prep if we wanted to, just to get some extra cards in rotation, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, sounds good to me, I guess. And you know, obviously you know where this is going. And if you do, I'd call you a straight up liar because I don't know where this is going. But all right, we'll probably need. Well, I guess we do always need a target for deception in order to tribute to begin with. So we need an Azamina card. So we have two options. So I think this is a little bit obvious, but I suppose we'll have to do it either way. We're going to unfortunately have to grab at least a hollowed Azamina. Aside from this, what else do we have here? Send a Sinful Spells card from your hand or field to the graveyard. If face down, reveal it. Then special summon that revealed monster. You bash this card from your graveyard, then target one Azamina monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Not quite interested in that. Might as well throw in Ilya Sylvia and move Rusliago just for fun for now. Target one card on field, send it to the graveyard. Regina doesn't have a good effect here. So these are the three we can realistically summon. And then Yabel's the original Sin Keeper. Is there a way to add this? For no real particular reason, I ask. Does this add this? No. I guess it's fine. And then we have Silago, which can add a card. So we can do, I guess, Sinful Spoils of the White Forest, I guess. If we control a Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster monster, activate one of these effects. Special summon one Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster monster from your hand. Or we can fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. This one, maybe. This is a quick play, so we can chain it, right? So we can go like Chainlink 1 Hallowed Azamina, Chainlink 2 Sinful Spoils. It just requires a spellcaster, right? This is a spellcaster. Seems good enough for me. So even if we put this into the graveyard, would be alright. Even if not, this is an illusion, so we can activate this. And real quick, let's just check if this is worth making. I don't think it is, right? Not Magnum. Is it Magnum? Yeah, Magnum the Reliever. One monster special summon from the extra deck plus one monster in the hand. Target a polymerization spell or fusion spell. Your graveyard plays that card on the bottom of the deck, then draw one card. When another card or effect is activated, quick effect, you banish one polymerization spell or fusion spell from your graveyard, then target one card on field, destroy it. Well, as this happens, this is not a fusion spell, technically. Wait, what is this card? Empyrean Magnum, the superconductive battle bot. Okay. Never seen that card in my life. But what the fuck? Alright, let's see. So from here, I think we want to perform maybe a fusion summon. I mean, it would be pretty obvious to go into one of these guys, right? We can go into the Dark Magicians, right? Fairly obvious. Seems fair. I don't think I have a problem with doing this, right? Yeah. And that means we would have to run a Dark Magician. Because I think you have to summon both, right? Both. Yeah. So we are running Dark Magician actually, but you didn't see that one coming. Alright, Dark Magician, Dark Magician. We are running this after all, I suppose. And then later, we're definitely going to find a way to destroy the Dark Magicians. Just don't worry about it. And this is a spellcaster, right? So we can use the Bellstar actually. Plus this, I guess, right? Or no, plus Dark Magician Girl, and then we can summon back Dark Magician Girl later. I guess. How are we popping this now, though? Pop in, pop in, pop in. So all of this is kind of a closed loop right now. We're just looking for few possible hands, and it should work, right? Let me think for a second. Involves Wells of the White Forest. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a monster effect, you can set this card. Can we do that? From one field. Sending this. I can't think of a good way to do that at the moment. Without playing White Forest anyways. So if we started with Deception, we'd go Diabellstar. Diabellstar grabs this, right? That doesn't work that great. We could use this to grab another card, which is something. We could technically be playing not as Stellar. Or is it? Elzet. Elzet can special summon itself, right? Then if this is sent as synchro material, it can be used to add one Sinful Spells card from your deck to your hand. Like this one. Or this one. But like, we can add this also, technically. I believe. Let's see, Lago. Grabbing Debtors? No, not Debtors. No, it has to be a White Forest card, right? So no, we can't search it, right? Oh, this is so incredibly awkward. Perfect. That's everything I wanted then. Alright. How are we going to destroy one of our own cards just randomly? Could we get some Fiend access, perhaps? Something like this, perhaps, you know? Super Producer. 2 monsters, including a Fiend monster. This just destroys. Can't think of anything that just randomly destroys your own cards off the top of my head here. Well, I mean, if we have access to Spread Elf, we could just maybe make Baron. So we can like 2 plus 8 make Baron with whatever 8. But there's that idea actually. We don't even need to technically normal summon the Diviner, we can special summon this with Sprite Elf to begin with. And we can then also later on special summon this back with a different effect. So what to do from here? Can we put Dark Magician Girl on the field again later? We should be able to just make Celine at some point, right? How does Celine work, actually? 2+ monsters, including a spellcaster monster. If this card is linked on, place spell cards on this card equal to the number of spells on the field and in the graveyards. Centurion cards are traps and not spells. Otherwise, it's actually fairly close, isn't it? But you would put a spell, like several spells, in this alliance, so we can summon Celine. And then we just need, like, the Hark, I guess, right? Since I think these guys are mostly dark, for the most part, we'd be able to make a Dark. Make Celine. Bring back Dark Magician Girl. Maybe. Is this that useful? Don't ask me. Alright, this, and then we'll grow. The obvious answer is Apollosa, you know? But you know what? Let's do a different link for it today. Because that's too predictable. Is this going to play into more things? Wait, they changed how this works. That's a level, not the link thing. Okay. Here we go. Unchained Abomination. Oh. 2+ monsters, including a link monster. Yo, that triggers the Dark Magicians. Huh. Well, that's cool, isn't it? And then, do we have a way to search for a specific Dark Magician card? No, I don't think so. Not like easily accessible, no. So, what now? And actually, now that I think about it, if we want extra bodies, isn't it better to... Wait, we already normal summoned, so we can't do Magician's Stride. That's right. My brain. It's activating again. Okay, it's fine. Boom. It's all coming together. And then we don't need Baron. So Baron would be the obvious way to pop the Dark Magicians, I guess. Is there going to be a payoff for the Dark Magicians? Well, I mean, I can't think of one genuinely, so... Hmm. Can we add this back to our hand somehow? From your deck to your hand? Where's this from? From your deck to your hand. But we can recycle with Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils, so... Maybe we could do that on a later turn then. We can go... Quintet. If this card is fusion summoned using 5 spellcaster monsters with different names... Surely... I mean, this isn't that insane. But yeah, in terms of spellcasters, we do have enough, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 different guys, I guess, right? That would count. Alright. Seems good. No. For the time being. Anything else we're lacking here? Seems pretty doable. It's just throwing in the Centurion stuff, I guess. And we're going to be able to put the Dark Magician Girl on the field again. Okay, yeah. So, stand up. How many copies of stand up do we even want? How many copies of Loma Oath do we want? I don't know, I'll just throw in the full package and think about it later. The deck being playable is something you might not expect, so at this point, it's a version of expectation. Let's go. Something like this would be fine, I guess. This is technically a spellcaster, so we can summon this back also. If we wanted to send Dark Magician Girl, we could do that and then summon back Dark Magician Girl as well. So I'll call it good enough. And then we just go grab this, go grab this. Might as well throw this in as well. And then that's like everything we need from Centurion, I think. And you know what? Now that I think about it, is Dahark just too obvious? What if we instead went into Moon? Think about it. And the only purpose of going into Moon is to summon. I'm thinking. I don't know if we have enough extra deck space, but we can just summon like Hirozo to be our spellcaster instead. But that's actually just so inefficient. I don't think it's remotely worth doing. But just know that we definitely could. Okay. So instead, we'll at least maybe consider putting in an IP. So that is to say we're cooking. And I'm not even going to bother putting in hand traps and stuff because this is a piece of art, and art doesn't need hand traps. That's how I'm feeling right now, at least. Okay. So we have the idea of like Celine, make Unchained Abomination. Yup. IP? Did we get a target for IP? Let's check our link targets again for link, like around 4, I guess. Seems good. We can make Spectra. Loses 3000 attack while you have now. Yep. Perfect. Good enough. I don't think this is good. Like, as a card, that good. But who's going to see IP make Spectra? No one will see that coming. And we will have spell cards in the graveyard at least. Mash 2 spells from your hand and our graveyard negate that effect, and you can destroy one card your opponent controls. Sounds good to me. But wait, this is so laughably easy to play around, actually. Alright. I might be making a pile of trash, but no one said that it has to be a pile of trash that does nothing. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Is this generic? Nope. That's... That one was a bit much, but alright. What's this do? Wait, this card's insane, actually. What? Not really useful for here, though. Two prank kids, 2 monsters, including a synchromancy. Wait, what? When you're actually special summon a token, the A bow AQ. Oh, yeah. Yeah, A bow AQ actually. Yeah, that just works perfectly well, you know. And then for our last extra deck slot, because I can't think of any, we'll just throw in Moon. Because then we can just do Moon make A bow AQ. Or we can just IP into this because this guy's a fiend. Or we can just make Moon and then IP for the 2 of these to make A bow AQ. Is this returned or special summoned? Where's the effect on this? Mash this card until the end phase. Yeah, that doesn't special summon itself back, it returns itself. So we'll still have IP protection after. Does this deck do, like, anything in particular? I would say no. But, you know, sometimes it's just about the art form, I guess. 3 prep. I think this works, right? Doesn't mention level. Great. Relay cards. Machine Angel Ritual. Right? Machine Angel Ritual. Yep. Boom. And then, are we missing anything else? We can add one more target for Diabell Star, I guess. Actually, wait, I forgot. We have to actually make this a little bit more efficient. Just like a smidge more. Ah, I see, Sylvia. Cut Sylvia. We don't need Sylvia. Who needs Sylvia? So we need a way to make Quintet. So pretty simply, we're just going to do Verte, and then we'll go ahead and play one more Horrible Garnet. What was the card's name again? Fusion. Something fusion. Fusion. Spell? Magicalized fusion. Aha. Fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from your field or graveyard. Obviously, you would expect, like, Dragoon or something. No, we're making Quintet, bro. We have the spellcasters for it. So, yeah. Then we go Quintet, and we'll beat you up, I guess, with the Quintet. So, let's do a quick test hand, just for fun. And wow, it's so sad. We actually did we actually not get access to Diviner here? Man, another test hand, please. No access to Diviner again, bro. There are 9 cards that lead to Diviner somewhat. Okay, we have it now though. Decent enough hand. We can get this to work. Activate the prep effect. This will grab us. It'll be Venten plus Venten plus Machine Angel Ritual. We don't have like the optimal Centurion starter here though. That's what really sucks about this. Now that I think about it, this is also a spellcaster worth mentioning, I guess. If we take out some of the meme stuff, I think we can make this actually a viable list. Now that I think about that also, but nah. Why would I do that? Alright. Let's see. Reprep, grab this. Deception of Sinful Spoils can then tribute Venten. Grab us Diviner. Oh wait. That just goes into Centurion combo anyways. Yeah, we don't care about this Primera. Is Primera just a brick? Can we actually reduce this to like 1 copy? And then Trudea also to 1 copy? Oh. Huh. Well, I mean, there's nothing I want to particularly put in the main deck at the moment, so we'll just leave it as is. Unless we want to make this even more of a monstrosity and throw in more dumb tech. But alright. Until then, this tributes the Ben 10 to add Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. Okay. I think, right? Wrong card. Add 1 Azumina card. Is that our only Azumina card? Alright, I found a replacement for this, clearly. Need another Azumina card, right? There's no Azumina card here. Simple's will struggle. Azumina debtors. Wait, is this an Azumina card? Cool. Are we going to make anything with that necessarily? Maybe not, but it's an Azumina card. It's also another body. It's also an illusion monster, which means something. Oh, hey. It's combo. Prefer to start Benten, though. Definitely prefer to start Benten. We can just send Gargoyle for Diabell Star. We could do that. And now that I think about it, do we even need Emblem of Oath? We can cut Oath, honestly, because of how the combo works exactly. Do we need that many copies of Emblem of Oath? Do we need this many copies of Trudea because we're mostly going to do Diviner into the stuff? we have no like Synchro 7 targets. So yeah, I guess that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where maybe I'll feel like making a deck that's actually usable on ladder, or maybe not. We'll see then, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.